Using the Questions tab. Let's take a look at using the Questions tab underneath the My Quote Center Control Panel tab. We accomplish a lot of things under the Questions tab, including pricing structure. Let's take a look at some of the basics. If you want to add a question, word it how you like, and then create your answers, which you can accomplish more than one way. You can hit enter to create a new field, which you can do multiple times and add multiple fields. You can also click here and add extra fields, which you can then tab through as you adjust your answers. Once you've created your question, you can drag and drop the order of your answers. You can add an image. Let's pretend this is the image we want for this question. You can also use this range feature if your answers are numerical. We'll go back in and look at some of the details that you can do in a question in a moment. First, let's look here. These are the questions that your quote center will ask. If you're missing any question, or you need to reword, if you'd like to word a question a different way, double click on the question and change the prompt. If you need to change the image, do it here. If you want to change the order of the questions, let's say we want to ask the pet and people questions last for whatever reason. Drag and drop them. You can also create what we call a conditional question. Let's say we only want to ask our add a question that we created here. We only want to ask that if they have no pets. This is the triggered by. These are the responses that will trigger that question. We've now created a conditional question. You can make as many conditional questions as you like. You can also, to create a conditional question, drag the arrow till it strikes through the question instead of going between. It strikes through. We'll create a conditional question. You can nest a question within a conditional question as well to create any question tree that you like, or you can have all linear questions that always get asked every time. Now let's take a look at the options you have inside of a question. This is where you control your pricing structure. Let's say that we want to add $10 for each of these. Let's say one, we don't want to add anything, but if they have two of this thing, we want to add $10. Set it to the service item that you want to affect with the answer to the question. We can use the range feature over here, the answer range options. I'm going to start this with 1 and go up by 1. and I'm going to go to 5. And we're going to go down and we're going to replace whatever's in each field. So it's going to automatically add those answers for me. But for this particular question, in order to make it look right, I would really need to add let's say we want to add $10 per car size of garage. We could start up here, or we could start here. Let's do it this way. I'm going to start with $30, and we're going to go up by $10, and we just need to go 3 more, and we're going to be going in the down. Down as in from here to here is down. And this is going to add $50 to the price, to this service item. And while we're at it, let's set this one as an upper limit. We've just set a parameter that if anybody has a 5-car garage or more, then they're going to see your upper limit message instead of seeing your quote, which is going to tell them that you want to see their house before they get their quote, or you want to talk to them before they get their quote. However you have it. So that's how you control the pricing in the Questions tab. Let's say that we also wanted to increase the price of the baseboard cleaning based on the size of garage they have for some reason. Maybe we're going to clean the baseboards in the garage as well. And let's say for each car we want to add $5. Then you simply do the same thing as before. We're going to go up by 5, and we're going to do that for 6 more items. Notice we changed the service item to affect a different service item. The ones that don't have an asterisk have no effect to the price. If I were to take this away, I'm going to delete that. And if I close the tab and go back, only the items with the asterisk have any pricing values. Now let's use another example. Let's say that we want to increase the price by a percentage if they have a 3-car or more garage, as an example. Let's change these to multiplier. Now it's going to multiply the service that I have it set to. So let's change it to general cleaning. And let's multiply the general cleaning price. So we have it set to service. And let's multiply it by 10% and 20% and 30% using these factors. Or if you wanted it to go down, let's say if they only have a 2-car garage, let's say you want it to go down by 10%. And if they have a 1-car, you want it to go down by 20%. And if they have no garage, let's say we want that to stay the same. So in that case, we can either leave it as an adder and leave the answer as blank or 0. Or you could also do a multiplier and just put a 1 in there, and that will be a non-effect on your price. And that's how you use a multiplier. Now let's take a look at the pricing that this particular quote center sample uses. The base price is going to be built into the size of the house primarily. What is the square footage of your home? And then you're going to have a different base price for each type of cleaning option here. A general cleaning has its own pricing. A deep cleaning has its own pricing. A bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, or vacant cleaning all have their own pricing set. So if you look at the general cleaning, the base price based on the size of the house, so a 4,000 square foot house, the base price for a general cleaning right now is set to $225. For a deep cleaning, the same item is going to go up to $240. A bi-weekly cleaning is going to drop, and so on and so forth. A vacant cleaning, and you simply put in here whatever your price for that item is. That's how your base price is going to work. It doesn't really matter on an adder whether you're set to service or entire quote. It's not going to affect the outcome. It's not going to affect the quote total. Only on a multiplier does that affect the quote total. If you wanted to increase the price of any of these cleanings based on the number of bathrooms, you would just simply open up that question and add whatever amount per bathroom to whatever service you want. You could add it into the general cleaning. You could also create an additional service and you could call it bathroom cleaning, and you could add a separate pricing in there.